Yes, we are coming up on time. Let's get started. Hello, everyone in the audience. Welcome to the Katalon webinar today. Today our topic is we're gonna be discuss how to move from manual testing to automated testing for everyone. Let me just quickly go over the speakers we have here. My name is Nicole, and I'm the customer specialist from the Katalon team. And during my almost 2 years here in Katalon, I've had a lot of extensive experience in consulting a lot of teams of all maturity and sizes to overcome their challenges, their issues, and adopt the automation testing solution. I'm generally very enthusiastic about technology. And I want to make sure all Katalon users and, of course, everyone in this webinar can leverage the best features from the automated testing. In here with me, we also have Vaibhav from our team. Can you give a quick introduction, Vaibhav?
Yeah, thank you, Nicole. Thanks for letting us. Hey, hi, thanks for joining today's webinar session. I am Vaibhav Jain. As you know, I am working as a partner solution engineer with Katalon. I have 12 plus years of experience in software automation, and that's huge, kind of a decade. I will say that I started my career as software tester only, and still I'm working as the. And 6 months back, I have joined the Katalon, and in 6 months, I saw lots of changes in my overall professional experience. Now I'm helping other partners or customers to enable them with the Katalon to resolve their technical challenge or to help them to adopt the tool. So that's my main roles and responsibilities. So that's all about me. Thank you, Nicole.
All right, let's move on to the agenda of our meeting, of our webinar today. First of all, we're gonna be discussing very quickly about some bottlenecks that you might be facing in manual testing and how automated testing will be able to help you with that. And then we'll get into more details on what is the Katalon platform, and we'll have a quick demo on how to use the Katalon platform to do automated testing in a quick and easy way for even teams of manual testers to get started. And then we'll walk through the helpful features that we have covered in the demo session. And by the end, we'll have a Q&A session and the poll, as well as a wrap up for the session today. Okay, to not let anybody wait any longer, let's dive right into it. I'm just giving a few general points about manual testing here. I hope this is relevant to all in the meeting. I think we all know that for manual testing, there are a couple of very obvious bottlenecks that people of all companies might be facing. First of all, it's very time consuming. It is labor intensive and very slow since we are using human resources. As a result, the development process could be slowed down because we obviously cannot make people work 12 hours every day, right? Yeah, and next up, you could know that manual testing would give you a lack of consistency because we are all humans after all. So usually in the testing process, there would be some errors, human errors only, that would lead to inconsistent test steps and test results. And as a result, there would be a lack of coverage in the application when you release it to production environment. Next up, it is very costly to use manual testing for a long time because you would require experienced coders to create and maintain tests if you're a manual team moving into automation. And therefore, it is expensive investment, especially on the repetitive task. And finally, it is difficult to scale up with manual testing because, well, maybe you have like a lot more products these days. There used to be one workflow only, but right now you have 10 flows. But the team still remains like 2, 3 people, for example. So obviously, there is not enough human capacity to cover all of your testing scenarios. And there's this lack of scalability, especially when the complexity of your test increases with the new testing workflows. Okay. Therefore, we would like be introducing the automated testing as a solution for the manual testing bottlenecks, as you can see in here. And as for the ROI, I think it's pretty obvious to everyone, but we'll just say from what we have seen in our customers, usually with an automated testing tool, you would be spending like 60% less test maintenance time, and you would also spend like 90% less test execution time for each tester, because right now you would mostly be like creating the test, not manually going through each step anymore. That would be the machine or the tool's job. And therefore you couldn't see like a lot of effects to your software development cycle, in that first of all there would be like the reduction in execution and maintenance time compared to the manual testing, and you would be using the internal resources more efficiently. The manual testers will not need to go through like the regression scenarios again and again anymore during each release, but right now the regression will be the machine's job. The manual tester only need to focus like on the new scenarios that should be tested manually. I mean, obviously, the automated testing cannot replace all human manual efforts. So I think it's best that we just increase the productivity of the manual testing team. And then next up, of course, we would be accelerating the time to market for our automated testing compared to manual testing. Since yeah, you can like schedule the test to run like every night, run outside of the testers' working hours. So it will be like much easier and shorter time for each review and each testing round. And then finally, you would enhance the product quality in the sense that you can avoid the human errors in the testing process, and have some like robust and reliable tool that would give you the test report. That would also make it easier to have like visibility on the process for both the test managers or even the product managers or the development team. Okay. Yeah, I think that was my just a quick recap of the manual testing bottlenecks and how automation testing can tackle that. Of course, if you have any questions, just feel free to leave it in our Q&A section in Zoom, and then our team will take a look at that and answer all the Q&As in due time. Okay. Moving on, we'll talk a little bit more about what is the Katalon platform and how would it be able to help you to move from manual to automation. First of all, you can see this is our current platform, and the studio here is for you to create and run all of your automated test cases locally in your machines. After this, VibeApp will get into a demo, and then we can see it in action in details. I'm just going to tell you that right now Studio will support you to write and run automated tests in web application, APIs, mobile apps, and also desktop applications. Okay, and on the test execution side, we have the runtime engine, which is sort of an add-on to the Studio that will allow you to schedule and execute your tasks to run remotely in your CI/CD pipelines and via command line interface. This is also how you can integrate the automated testing into your software development cycle. For example, if you're using any tools like Jenkins, you would be able to integrate Katalon so that you would run the test in using the Jenkins environment. You can see here we support remote execution, test scheduling, and parallel execution, native CI/CD integration with Jenkins, self-healing mechanism for test maintenance, automatic test maintenance, and then we also have like console mode and CLI compatibility for you to integrate to your software development cycle. And then next up, Test Cloud is like a cloud execution environment. So one of the issues of manual testing is that you need to test like in a lot of different browsers, operating systems, or even different cloud devices, and that usually takes a lot of time. But with the Test Cloud, you only need to like select the browser and the operation environment that you want, and then it will run the test and give you back the result. So yeah, you will not need to like go through each test one by one. Okay, and finally, there is a test ops, which is more for QA orchestration. If you need a place to manage all of your test cases in one place, you can also like manage all the test result in one dashboard that's easy to see. So you will not have any problems with the visibility, with reporting your test results to your management level and above. Okay, yeah, that was a quick introduction that we have about the platform in here. And right now we'll get into more details in the demo with the Katalon platform. So in this session, we'll be going over how you can automate a generic desktop application with Katalon, how you can integrate that to your software development cycle.
Let's start with demonstration. So in today's webinar, I'm going to start with the desktop automation using Katalon, then we'll followed by how we can upload the projects or a script in the GitHub, and we will talk about how we can execute the Katalon script using Jenkins, and at the end we'll talk about the Jira integration also using desktops. So let's start with the Windows automation. So there are one prerequisite required for the desktop automation. You need to install the WinApp drivers. To install the WinApp driver, you can go to this tools, Windows, this install WinApp driver. As soon as you install this WinApp driver, it will create the folder inside your program files. So you can go to your program files. You can see there is one folder called Windows Application Driver. You can go inside that. So before you start with the recording or executing Windows-based application, you should make sure that your WinApp driver is up and running. To do that, just go to command prompt and run this driver command. This is WinApp driver.exe. So as soon as you run, it will start listening from this particular URL. So now we are good to start with the recording or executing Windows-based application. So let's start with the recording Windows-based application. So I'll click on this Windows recorder. So this is configuration is nothing but the same path which is mentioned in the command prompt, and this application file is the path for my application executable file. So let's start the recording. Now you can see here this is screen view and the actual application view, both are different. So Katalon will not automatically switch to the if any new window title is coming on the application, so that we need to do it manually. So let's do that. So there are a default timeout for performing this switch to Windows title. It will be somewhere around 60 to 120 seconds. Okay. So if your and desktop execution is getting slow, that is because of this switch to Windows title action. Okay. So now we are on the same page. You can see the screen object also got captured. Okay. Now we can perform. Now again, yeah, we are getting this error. This is again the same error because of the different Windows title. So that also we can avoid doing that. Switch to that. And this we need to do while recording only, that every time we need to switch to, if some new window title is coming, we need to do at recording time only. When we execute, it will do whatever action we are capturing here, it will do those actions. Okay, so let's quickly log into the application. Didn't click it, so I'll just click it again. Okay, now it launched, log into the application. So what I'll do before that, okay, again the same error because of the different Windows title. It got clicked two times, so one time I'll remove it. Now again, last time I need to switch to the Windows title. So you can check the window title here is LabDB. So for this application, we have this many Windows title. It's not mandatory for your application also. If you will have this four different Windows title, you can have one Windows title also. So you need not to do that many switch. Okay. So it's depend on the application also. So now we have entered to the application. Now both the screen got loaded correctly also. So let's perform the action. So either you can go it from the screen object view or you can go from the screen view. So first I'll enter the doctor name. Let's enter my name only. Now let's enter the mobile number. Okay. Let's complete this form soon. So we'll see. Let's enter the specialization. Okay, I'm not entering any other field for now. Okay, so this is the way we can interact with the application. Okay, I'll just click on the save button now. Okay, so as soon as I click, you can see the all the data got stored. Now I just will stop the recording and just save the script. So as soon as I click on this save script, it will ask first to save the objects. To follow the best practice, you should always the create folder for your application type, application name. Okay, so it's easy for you to maintain different application objects in a single project. Okay, and same way you can give the test case name also. So I'm giving the based on the application name only. So you can see here the same step which we are going to perform, it's getting recorded. It is happening here also. Okay. So this is the way we can create the flow. We can automate any desktop application. Okay. So after your test case is ready, you can see here the step number 9 and step number 13. We are clicking on the same button, but we haven't done. Let's check what the property of this button number 3. So it's saying that add new button. So but at the end, if you have seen that I have clicked on the save button. Okay, but due to the position of button is same only, so Katalon has captured the same object. So what I'll do, I'll just copy and paste this and I'll update this new object property. So here I want to work with the save button. I'll just change the name, locator property name, and let's just rename this also. Okay. Now I can go and update in my test case also. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll to do the execution, I'll go with the test suits. So because I want the execution reports also to be get saved every time whenever I do the execution. Okay, here we can add the multiple test case as we already showed in our previous demo also same thing, and you can update the proper project level settings also if you want. Okay, so let's quickly start the execution and see whether it's working fine or not. So it launched the application. Now it is switching, waiting for the switch to Windows title. Okay, try. So there are default timeout as I already mentioned, 60 to 120 seconds. So it will wait for that. Okay. So if you want to see the more details, you can go to console here also. There are some error. That's fine. Let's go to event logs. So you can see the event logs. Okay. So you can see the insights if you want. Just wait for the execution to get over. Then we'll see how we can upload the same script in the GitHub. And we'll try to run our script in the Katalon runtime engine also. We'll do that also. With the help of Katalon runtime engine, we'll do the execution on the Jenkins. Now it switch to the window. It click on add new button. Now it will enter the doctor name, mobile number, specialization, and after that it will click on save button. See, my execution got able overnight click exported the report also. So if you want to see the reports, you can go with, it will create the reports with the current date and timestamp. Okay, with the test suite name. If I'll just want to export on this particular folder, I can just click on this export to that format. So you can see the reports also. Okay. So if I click on expand all, so it will show me the detailed report. This is the way we can easily automate any desktop application. We can do the execution. We can get the reports in the different formats using test suites. Okay. So this is about how we can do. Now let's see how we can upload the same script in the GitHub. Okay. So let me log into the GitHub. Let's open my GitHub account. So this is my GitHub account. Okay. So here what I'll do, I'll just create one new repo. Mm, it's not signed in. Let me sign in 1 second. Okay, it got signed in now. Okay, let me create one new repo here quickly. You can create the new repo here. So I'll give with the name as desktop 1234. This is my repo name, and others I'm using as the default setting, and this is the public repo I'm creating. Okay, so once your repo is created, you can copy this repo name. Okay, path, sorry, repo path. You can go to Katalon. You can see this option. If this option is not getting enabled for you, you can go to settings, Katalon settings. You can go to here below Katalon. You can enable this options. Okay. For me, it's already enabled. So let me do that. Click on the share project first. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll just click on clone. Or no need to clone that. I'll just do the commit. So as soon as you click on commit, it will show the all the changes which you have performed in your project. So as of now, this is my new project. So all the changes whatever I have performed, it's showing in unstaged changes. What I'll do, I'll make it to stage changes. So whatever changes are there in unstaged, it will not get moved to the git repository. I want my all changes to move to the git repository. So you need to give the your commit message. So I'll give a desktop auto, and I click on this commit or push, or you can do the commit only. If you do commit and push, you need not to do that push again. Okay, so it's fine that I'll just click on this push head. So now you can see here it's showing me the this is my repo path. Okay, this is host name, this is the my username and repo. Here I need to give the username, which is nothing but my this is username. I need the API GitHub token. Sorry. So I already created. If you don't know, you can just create the GitHub token. Sorry. So I'll go to this document. This is my GitHub token, which is required to connect to the Git through the Katalon. So it will create the new master branch. Okay. So again, it's asking the username and that GitHub token. If you want, you can store in the SQL one. What happened? Okay, there's something wrong. Let's try this again. Maybe something wrong with my token. That's yeah. See, the token was not correct. Now you can see that push to this particular repository. If I'll go to my GitHub, I'll just refresh this repository. So you can see all my code, which I have, whatever I just now we recorded, it got pulled here with the same commit message. It created the master branch at done. So very easy. We can easily do that. Okay. So this is how we can push our script to any of the central repository. Now we'll see how we can do the execution using the with the help of KRE into the Jenkins, any Katalon script. So this is one of my project which I already created. So I have this test suite. So KRE is one of our different module itself. So if you don't know, you can just download. So I already downloaded my KRE here. So you can see in the application side. So this is my Katalon runtime engine. So whatever version you are using, I try to download the KRE for the same version. Okay. So once you download the KRE, you just need to click on this build CMD command. Okay. Click on this. Here you need to select your test suits or test suite collection name. Here you need to select your execution type, uh, execution platform on which you want to do the execution. This will by default capture your Katalon API key if you have connected with the desktops. And here you need to select your organization. If you want to update your web, if web driver is not updated, if you want to automatically update it while doing the execution, automatically it will do. All these all settings you can do. And you can click on this generate command. Okay, this will give you the cmd command, but we want to execute on the Jenkins. So you can go to this Jenkins site, download the Jenkins directly from here. Okay, once your Jenkins is downloaded, you need to run the Jenkins. So you can open the terminal, and what you can do, you need to navigate to that particular path where your Jenkins where is your Jenkins is placed. So in my case, my Jenkins is placed inside this. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just run the open the terminal for this particular folder. Now I'll run the command to start the Jenkins. Java-jar jenkins.var. So as soon as I run this, it will start the Jenkins. You will see the success message at the end. See. Okay. So now my Jenkins is up and running. Okay. Want to validate your Jenkins is running or not? You can run this localhost 8080. If you have connected to Jenkins, you will get this login page. So now you need to log into this Jenkins page. So this is my username and this is my Jenkins page. So once you logged in, you started the Jenkins, you logged into Jenkins. Now you can create your new project here. So I'll create with the Katalon webinar. I'll create the freestyle projects. I'll just click on OK. So this is the you can give the webinar demo description. You can connect to any of the Git repository if you want to do that. Okay, you can connect. You can when you want to trigger the scope, if you want to schedule, you can do those all those setups here. But for now, I'm just running directly the command from the Git from the Jenkins. So what I'll do, I'll click on this execute button. Okay, so before click on this execute button, what I'll do, there are some in Katalon, if you want to run your script from the from the KRE. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to navigate to the particular KRE path also. So I'll just copy this command to navigate to the particular KRE path, which I'm going to use it. So this is my Katalon webinar. Let's configure this. So I'll execute the cell command. First, I'll place this. So I'm navigating to that particular path where my Katalon runtime engine is placed. Okay. Now I'll use this command. I'll copy this command. I'll execute this. Now I'll click on save. Okay. Now I have created this. If I'll now build this, let's build this. So you can see as soon as I click on this build, it launches the Katalon runtime engine. If you want to see the execution, you can go here. You can see the console output. See, it started the execution. See, it's checking for the license and it's activating the license. So this is the way we can execute the script from the like use with the help of KRE on the Jenkins or any CI/CD pipeline. This is one of the example which I showed, but you can follow for the more details onto our document side. Whichever CI/CD you want to work, we have the support available, so you can try that. So it's getting all the details from the project. What are the global variables, local variable, what are the plugins? See, it will install all the plugins. Once it will do all the initial setup, then it will start the execution. Till that time execution is getting over, let me open my Jira page. See, it checked for the Chrome driver also. So now it started the execution. So open the browser. See. Okay, so this is the way we can easily run any of the Katalon script on the any of this CI/CD pipeline with the help of KRE. Now execution got completed. It created the reports. The reports will get uploaded here also in the report section. Okay, so let me show you that also. So you can see with today's date and timestamp. If I'll go here, see. So here you can see the reports also. Okay, so this is the way we can easily do that. Let's talk about last topic, which is the GitHub, the Jira integration. Sorry. To do the Jira integration with the Katalon desktops, once we do the integration, we can map the requirements. We can with the Jira requirements and defects. We can link our test runs with the Jira releases. We can write the BDD test case on Jira tickets. So this all things we can do. Sorry, integration is very easy. It's very simple. If you follow this documents, there are one prerequisite is required. You can download the plugins from our catalanstore.com and you should be owner or admin of that particular Jira account or project. If you're not admin, you can't do this integration. Once you are admin with the Jira integration, you can go to your desktops page. Okay, so you can go to desktops, you can open your project. So you can see everything is mentioned in this documents. So it's saying that sign into Katalon desktops, go to dashboard, select configuration indication. Now this configuration got changed to the settings icon. So if I'll go to my project, so this configuration changed to the settings icon, settings inside that integration. So here you can select based on the category. So Jira comes under this ALM and test management category. So here you need to make this active. Here you need to give the URL for your Jira username, and we need the Jira API token. Okay, so this you can take it. So this is my Jira API token. I have just so this is my Jira API. You can create this from your Jira project. Okay, if you don't know, just follow this document. It having each and every detailed step. So once I have entered my token here, I'll click on this test connection. If everything is fine, it will show that connection successfully. Once that, you need to link the project. So this is my Jira project. You can see the name and you can create the webhook. Webhook is required to connect to the Jira project. So same thing is mentioned in this document also. Once we create the this our webhook in the Katalon, now we need to create the webhook in the Katalon in the Jira project. So you can go to Jira settings, systems. I've just so here you can see at the down in under the advanced section you will get this webhook options. So whatever webhook will create it here, we'll just take that webhook name and we'll create the webhook in the Jira and we'll give here the same name. Okay, and you can apply the settings based on the documents. Everything is mentioned in the documents. Just follow this document, we can easily do that. So once your integration with Jira is completed, so what all things you can do? So you can use our that AI capabilities, manual test case generation one. So if you have Jira board, if you have your requirement mentioned, whether it's a single line or detailed one, you can generate the test case, manual test case generation. Just click on this generate the manual test case based on your business requirement. It will generate a manual test case. Okay, same way in desktops you can link your requirements. You can plan if your execution is getting failed. You can map with the defects, link with the defects. See here. Okay, so this all things you can do once your integration with Jira is completed. So that's all I have for the today's demo session.
Yeah, let's go back to the slide. Thank you, Vipap, for the demo before in the video. And we are very sorry for any audio issue that there might have been before, but I hope that at the end it became like more clear for everyone. So since we are done with the demo, I will do a quick recap of everything that we have covered in the session. So, Vipap, can you give like a quick walkthrough on everything, all the items in here?
Sure. So like in demo, I have showed that today I have tried to cover with the Windows automation because we have in previous session, we have covered for the API, mobile and web automation. So I just want to show the like users, it's not tough to do the desktop automation. And if you want to follow the our previous webinar videos, you can go to our webinars site and you can download that. So with the help of Katalon, whatever your application type, we can easily capture and modify the test object as I have showed today also. Like how I have like the save button green dot capture, but I have tried to manage with the same recording option. So that is one thing. And Second thing, if you want to manage the test object repository, so like in web, it generally do the like page object model, but for other application type, we can easily create the folder based on the application type or application name, and we can manage our objects. So it's very easy to manage the objects, or it's very easy to modify the object property. If I talk about the how we can use the data driven testing, it's make it very easy to create the your different libraries with the help of keywords, and we can make our test case creation very easily and fast. You can see that we have done the Jira integration. We have the Katalon runtime engine, which will give us the build command, which we can use in any CI/CD pipeline. It's not about Jenkins. You talk about any, like if you want to do the GitLab pipe execution, Azure DevOps, AWS, just use those commands and we can easily do the execution. You want to schedule it for the particular build, that also you can do. I have showed the simple example, but we have the all our present users, they are using it for the CI/CD execution and they didn't have any issue or any challenges. So we have such huge success story on this side also. And for the Jira integration, follow this document. I'm telling you, because when I joined the Katalon, I was also facing the difficulties. I tried it by myself. Nobody had taught me. I just follow the document and it's having each detailed step. If you're stuck somewhere, we are there to help you. But my thought, go and try it. Explore the things which we are uploaded in our document site. Okay, so that's about the today's demo highlight. So team, if like guys, if you have any question, any doubt, please post in our Q&A section. We are going to take it now. Okay, so there are some questions. Some I already have tried to answer it. Okay, so yes, Aksha, you will get the recording for the today's demo. So I'll start with the easy one first. Okay, so that I'll answer it. Okay, will a demo related to mobile testing also been shown? So really, I'm not sure. Did you join the our last session or not? Our last session is basically for the mobile automation only. If you didn't get chance to join that last session, you can visit our webinar, Katalon webinar site, and you can see the recording from our previous session, where I have done the live demo on the mobile automation. So please go through that and please let us know if you have any doubt or any challenges. Okay. Okay. So, well, Kumar, how to record to FA login in web application? So, like we can't directly record the two factor login in web application. Like we can do that, but sometimes for factor login, it's required to like get the OTP from the mail ID or from the mobile number. Okay, something like that. So we can automate such scenarios, but it's like I will say that sometimes it will not directly work with the recording option. So we need to go with the script mode also. We need to write the custom keywords also. Okay, so yeah, we can do that, but not always through the recording option. That we can do. When should automation testing starts in agile methodology? So John, the as per my experience, the automation testing start in agile as soon as the development from the requirement phase itself. So when they will do that, what in agile usually they'll do the planning, scrum planning, or like kind of such events. So from there only the tester will also start thinking about their scenarios, what type of testing they need to do, what all they need to cover. So it will start from the same how it will start for the developer. Same way, tester will also start working on the testing phase. But automation will start once the developer have the initial first build on their development side. So from that time, the testers can start working on the automation scripts. Okay. Is there any way we can reduce the test execution, test suite execution time, wait, switch, window, etc.? Yes, we have option. Like there are there like in today's demo I have used that switch to Windows title, so it was having the like default timeout for 60 to 120 seconds. But we do have option, we can increase that time or we can reduce that time. So I'll share that document link also. Wait 1 second, so I'll share that, so it will be like you can go through that. So it the document link is having that custom codes which you can use for the like to reduce the to execution time. Okay. If the project have different object repo for desktop and mobile web control, so how can we maintain same or single screen? See, object repository will be single. Okay. In object repository for each application type, you can have multiple projects, but it's nothing like in same project, you can call any object anywhere. The object, whichever we are adding in the object repository for that particular project, it is accessible throughout the project. It's nothing like you are adding the object for particular test case, so you can't use in any other test case. It's nothing like that. So you can easily maintain your object repository for the different application types, and you can call it anywhere, and we can create the single script or like separate script based on the application type also. It's your choice. It's your choice how they want to maintain it. Okay. So team, if you have any other question, any other queries, please do let us know, because we as of now we don't have any open questions. Yeah, okay. Second, do we have any commonly occurring issues troubleshooting document? So yeah, based on the application type, like if I talk about mobile iOS one or like the Android one, or say that desktop application type, we in document side also we have maintained all these common troubleshooting things. So let me share that document also, so it will easy for you to follow that. Mm, 1 second, let me. So, so you can see like if you go to our document side, you will find such kind of documents with the if you search with the troubleshoot. So I am just paste one sample example for which is for the test case creation. If you face any issue, what is the troubleshoot, common troubleshoot issues which you can follow. Same way for each execution type, what are the common troubleshoot issues you will get, you can work on those. So in our document side, we have the details document available. Okay, so that automation tester and manual tester can start their testing simultaneously during the development. Yes, they can start, because as soon as a developer will do their initial build, automation tester can start building their start designing their framework, or how they want to create the script, how they want to maintain the objects. They can start planning those things. Same way, manual tester can start writing their manual test case, because they will have the business requirement, they will have everything ready, so they can start working on the manual test case generation. So yes, both can start working on same time. Okay, so I have a web application that does a lot of multiple redirection. The wait for page load works for the first page, but fail for the second page. Any suggestion? So in web apps, generally the page load will like how the Katalon will work. Katalon will have the smart wait features. Okay, so how the smart wait things work in a web automation, like it will wait for the each element of that web page to be get load to perform any action on that web page. Okay, so if you're redirecting to the multiple web page, it will just wait for the default time which assigned on that smart wait to perform any actions. So if you are like a second page is getting more time compared to the first page, and it's getting failed because of that page didn't getting load on the that particular time period, so you can add the external weight, or you can add some like static delay. Okay, you can manage your execution in script in that way. If your first page is taking less time, second page is taking more time, so for the second page you can add static weight. You can manage in that way.
I think that's all the question for now. Oh, another one from
Is there
left.
a wait for page load for a specific? No, it's depend on your application. It's nothing like Katalon, but it's depend on your web page, because in nowadays the developer will design a web page in such a way that it will have lots of graphics. So based on your network, based on your like internet speed, or which page you are trying to access, it's depend how much time it's taking to load. So based on that, you can, if required, you can add the external weight. Otherwise, it's not required to add the external weights. Okay. I hope I am able to answer your questions. So yeah, Nicole, I think we are done with the Q&A.
Yep. I think okay. Just a thank you. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all the Q&A for now. If everybody here have any extra questions, just feel free to like leave that in the Q&A part. We'll answer it in the live time. But for now, I'll just be going over like some extra information. First of all, we have something called a starter package for Katalon that will give you a 30% discount on your first purchase with us. This is available online, so you can just see our pricing page at katalon.com/pricing to have the detailed information about the starter package. If you need like extra support from us regarding licensing queries or even like technical questions, you can contact us at business@katalon.com. And then all the Q&As from this webinar will be posted to our forum recap thread. Feel free to leave like any extra questions or feedbacks that you have in that thread. And yeah, we'll get to that and support you with the answers. Okay, and in the meantime, I've just launched a quick poll to ask for like your feedbacks about this session. So it'll be great if you can like go to the poll and let us know what you think so we can prepare for the future sessions.
So guys, please give your feedback. So it's will really help us to plan such more sessions. Like last time we got the feedback, can we do for the desktop automation webinar? So in this webinar, we have tried to cover such scenarios. So if you share the feedback, it will be really helpful for us.
Yeah, we're trying to keep this like onboarding webinar series ongoing. It has been live for like the last 2 quarters, and we've covered a lot of scenarios in web, mobile API testing, and now we have a session on desktop. So yeah, if there is anything you guys would like to see, just feel free to leave your comments in the chat box here in the Q&A. And in the forum thread too, so we can prepare for it later. All right, I think we have one last question from Praveen. I missed some of the initials of this webinar. Yes, we would be publishing the recording over in our Katalon forum, and we'll also be updating that in the website also for the onboarding series. So once the recording is live, we'll update there and also send all the participants an email with a recording link so you can access it over there. All right. Yep, I think that's it for our session today. So thank you everybody here who have like spent your time in this webinar. We are very happy to like share more information about how you can move from manual to automated testing, and how we are able to help you in that regard. So yeah, thank you everyone for your time here. Bye bye.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Nicole. So thanks for the lovely audience. So have a nice day. Good night, wherever you are. So thank
Yeah.
you.
Good day, good night, everyone. Have a nice rest of your week too. Bye bye.